Hello, everyone. My name is Mrs. Potter Timer. I'm here to talk to women, especially those women that are in a tight corner, T-junction right now of their marriage or of their world, and they don't know what next to do. They don't know how to get out of the mess around them. They don't know how to turn their mess to message. I am here to encourage you and to help you understand that whatever situation you have found yourself, God knows about it. Even though maybe it is a consequence of the decisions that you have taken, He is still there with you. God is standing by you. All you need to do is to go back to Him. First and first, do you know Him? Do you love Him? Are you a born-again Christian? Have you given your life to Christ? As a married woman or a wife, a mother, whether you are a single mother or you are married, you are still with your husband, you're 20 years in marriage, you're 30 years in marriage, you're 40 years in marriage, or you're 2 or 3 years in marriage, and there is something, that one particular thing that you feel is not just right because you don't have that peace that you need. You don't have that peace that you are expecting from the marriage. Your peace will not come from your husband. Your peace will come from God. And the peace will come from within you. Within you. The mistake a lot of us married couples make is that we expect too much from our spouse. We expect too much. Women expect too much from our spouse. When you get married, focus on your husband. After you have gotten married, focus on your husband, on God, not your husband. Sorry. Focus on God, not your husband. Your husband cannot supply all your needs. Husband, your wife cannot supply all your needs, all your desire. Only God can. When you are in need of something, take it to God. Don't take it to your husband. Take it to God first. Pray about it. Then take it to Him. By the time you are taking it to your husband, God has gone ahead of you. He has settled the case. That's why a lot of women are having problems. My husband doesn't listen to me. Your husband has his own background. He has where he's coming from, which is affecting his own decision and his lifestyle. And the only way your life can be smooth and rosy again is by focusing on God. Are you getting tired of the marriage? Are you getting fed up of how your children are behaving? Are you getting tired of what is going on in your office as a wife or as a husband? What is going on around you that you don't like? Have you ever taken it to God in prayer? He said, pray without ceasing. Some of us don't know what it means to pray without ceasing. It means brings everything to me. Every situation of your life, every worries, every trouble, bring it to me. Bring all your situation to me, and you will be amazed how quick He can sort it out. How fast God can sort it out. Wives, the Bible has given us instruction. But a lot of us don't know, women especially, that our progress in life is based on the instruction that God has given us. It's based on the instruction that God has given us. He said in His Bible, He said, your desire shall be for your husband. Your desire shall be for your husband, and he shall rule over you. That is the instruction God gave us. Our husband will rule. That's the Bible. I don't know how anybody want to interpret it. I'm reading the Bible. This is Genesis 3 verse 16. Genesis 3 verse 16. That's what he's telling you. That your husband shall rule over you. That is why he said, be submissive. Our strength as women, our energy, and our prosperity comes from the submissiveness to our husband. Because we don't understand that aspect of being submissiveness. It's an instruction. God says we should pay our tithe. Let me use that one as an example. And he said he will open the windows of heaven over us. That's the dividend that will come after that instruction. The blessing that will come after that instruction, once you carry out the instruction. Now, he said, be submissive. Your husband will rule over you. What is the result of you allowing your husband to rule over you? Don't misinterpret the ruling over you. It does not mean he'll be kicking you, you'll be sitting there and washing all the clothes. You will not go to work. You will not. That's not what the Bible is saying about being ruled. The husband being ruled. Ruling over you means you are submissive to him. If he comes and says, this is what I want to do, there's no need arguing with him. I find it so difficult to understand why we women always argue, or why do both spouses always argue. What are you arguing about? What is causing the misunderstanding? There's instruction in the Bible. Pray, be submissive, love your wife. You cannot love your wife, husband, except you love God first. Wife cannot be submissive to the husband except she loves God first. If you are not submissive to God, you cannot be submissive to your husband. If you are not submissive to God, you cannot be submissive to your husband. If you don't love God as a man, you cannot love your wife. You cannot love your wife. Your prayer is, Father, I want to love you. Once you love God, you will love your wife with everything within you. You will not want to hurt her. And when the woman loves God, she will submit herself to her husband. The Bible says, submit to your husband in everything. Everything. That's what it says. In everything. When you are submitted to your husband in everything, the result that comes afterward is beautiful. It's beautiful. A lot of you feel submissiveness is weakness. It is not a weakness for the women, it is a strength. It gives you peace in your home. Your children learn from your submissiveness. Your daughters, your son, they learn from you. There is no misunderstanding in the home. Any problem in the home, you take it to God. That is the sign of submissiveness. When your husband, you said you want something, your husband said he cannot give it to you. He is not the giver. God is the giver. Your husband is not your maker. God is the giver. Whatever you want from your husband, take it to God first. Pray about everything. Pray for your husband. Pray for his business. Some of us don't even pray for our husband. And some of us, when we are going in a place of prayer to pray for our husband, we go with anger. That is why our prayers are not being answered. And your husband keep remaining in a particular stage, a particular position, financial position, for a very long time. When you get to the place of prayer, you are hungry and you are praying for your husband. You have to go to God with love in your heart. Pray for your husband with love in your heart. No matter what he has done, no matter what your wife has also done to you, you pray with love. You pray with love. If you want quick answer in your prayer concerning your spouse, concerning your marriage, if you want quick results, when you get to the presence of God, you go with love. So much love. You forget about whatever your spouse has done to you. And you pray, then you can receive the answer. It says if we don't regard iniquity in our heart, that he will hear us. Psalm 66 verse 18. If you don't regard iniquity, you can't have iniquity in your heart and go to God and go and pray. He won't hear you. Hearts of forgiveness. So I beseech you, I'm not going to take your time on this. If you're on a T-junction, you're tired of the marriage, you're tired of your husband's situation or your husband's problem, your children, the way they are behaving, you're tired of the way your wife is behaving, can you list out those things that you don't like about your husband? List out those things you don't like about your wife or about your children's behavior and take it to God in prayer. One after the other, He will answer you. One after the other, He will answer you. Don't focus on your husband. Don't focus too much strength on your children. Focus on God. Concerning your children, what's coding?